And listen, this is a journey. David had to grow. He didn't have it all figured out at the beginning. He was a man after God's own heart and still blew it a couple times and many times and in different ways. As we journey home, because we're not home yet, as we journey home in the midst of this hostile land, as we stumble our way through all of this, what's the sustaining hope? It's mercy, but there's also something at the end, something we can lean on. Here's what it is. We can trust that God's redemption is coming. We can trust that God's redemption is coming. And it appears that that's what David did. Towards the end of this training camp, it seems like he finally got it. He finally grasped this idea that I need to trust the Lord. I need to listen to God through his prophet. I need to do this. I can't trust myself. I got to trust him. And he might have been the whole time. We don't know that. We can't see in behind the scenes. But what we know here sure seems like he grew into that. And it's going to happen to us too. Maybe God will give you crafty ways to get out of the enemy's attacks. I don't know. Okay, that's fine. But it sure seems like David finally put his life in God's hands in chapter 22. You see it in verse 3? He said, "Till I know what God will do for me." He was waiting on God. Till I know what God's going to do for me. Even the prophet, did you see that? The prophet, when he said, "Hey, David, you need to go back to Judah," he was sending him back towards Saul. And what did David do? Like, no, I can't go back. I can't do it. No, he went. He went willingly because he trusted God. Think about even this army. This 400 men that were gathering around David. They could have tried a counterattack to go take out Saul first, right? That's what an army would typically do, right? In a battle, you're like, well, if they're coming after our leader, let's go get their leader. And these were skilled warriors. They could have done it. But David didn't. And really, the entire rest of the book, he has opportunities to take out Saul, and he doesn't do it. Because he knew that was wrong. He knew that was not what God wanted from him. He chose to trust God instead. He trusted God with Goliath. Couldn't he trust God with Saul? And we see this again in Psalm 34 and Psalm 56. Go read these later, but this is David in the middle. Watch this. Psalm 34, verses 6 and 7. He says, "This poor man cried, and the Lord heard him and saved him out of all his troubles. The angel of the Lord encamps around those who fear him and delivers them." Psalm 34:17, "When the righteous cry for help, the Lord hears and delivers them out of all their troubles." 34:19, "Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivers him out of them all." 34:22, "The Lord redeems the life of his servants. None of those who take refuge in him will be condemned." And then this is Psalm 56. Verses 3 and 4, he says, David says, "When I am afraid, I put my trust in you. In God, whose word I praise, in God I trust. I shall not be afraid. What can flesh do to me?" Like, is that not an amazing statement? Jesus said something similar later. But David says, notice, in the middle of the hardships, in the training camp, as Saul is trying to kill him, David says, "What can flesh do to me? What can that guy do to me?" Notice David had learned to trust his God, his deliverer. Can we not do the same? Can we not see the training camp that he's putting you through right now is his means to get you to trust him more? To trust that God will resolve all the mess that's around us. To trust not ourselves, but trust that God will redeem us and will take us home one day. That we don't have to use cunning and all of our wisdom and all of our skills and all of our resources to try to fix it all. No. Because remember this, our ultimate hope is not in figuring out how to get all of this back to a comfortable, secure, peaceful state. It's just not. That can't be our hope. Our hope is only in the fact that God will redeem all of this. He will bring restoration someday. But how do we consider this rightly? Well, always we read the text, we read the scripture, we see the world through the lenses of Jesus Christ. And so as we consider this idea of trusting God in the training camp, looking to his restoration, our minds should go to how Jesus trusted his Father.